Good afternoon, welcome back to my channel. My name is David. Today's Wednesday. Waiting for some parts to come in the other day, and they came in, so now I can finally finish it. Here's what I did. So what I was waiting for was this part to come in. So I wanted this type of style to close the door in my tool room, with that little ball in it, and then this piece here would go on the door. And also I bought this cheap handle from Amazon for like 11 bucks, this Chinese one. Well, the problem with this is that these rods were too long, and the door was, I couldn't put this on. I tightened it as much as I could, and then there was like about a 1/4 inch gap from the door. So what I did was I just chopped these little rods off right here. So now this is actually shorter, and it should be able to work. Just because I've already installed everything, I already cut the entrance part. So that was the only reason. Like, I had this part here, I had to cut this out. So because I already cut this, and the chances are of it buying another one that's actually completely square like this wasn't going to be possible. Most of them are usually slightly rounded, so I really didn't want to take a chance. And then after cutting this whole thing out, like this whole piece here has to get shifted over. So that's why it's bent like this. I just left it in there. When I put the handle in, I'm gonna fix it so it's straight. But yeah, I had to cut this whole square out. I actually ended up cutting my finger. So it's already healed, but there was blood everywhere. So there's a spot right there, a spot right there. I ended up putting this industrial handle here. So now what I'm gonna do is that locking mechanism is gonna go here, and the ball is going to be adjusted to however that thing is going to work. The other flappy part is going to go in here. That's my goal for today. The hinges, I have to come off and put new hinges on. See, I already did this one. This one, and down there. So that would be the next step. Oh, obviously I gotta touch that up. I'm a wicked messy painter. See, I got paint on that, I got paint on the wall. So before I get started, I want to show you guys my new keyboard. It came in today. There's nothing like coming home from work and finding something that you've been waiting for like a week. Finally here. You know what? I'm gonna start from the beginning. Hold on. I've had this keyboard for probably 24 years. Okay. This was the original USB back in the day. Well, something similar to it. As you can see, this is actually a PS2 connector. This was replaced by USB. So this is for you to see how old this is. And I have been attached to this keyboard for a very long time, and for two reasons. One, I love all the functions of it. You know, I love the way it looks. I love the functionality of it. Everything I want is here. So if you look here, you're gonna see all the things that it has. Okay, it has, the keys are very nice. They're not like, I don't like mechanical keyboards because I don't like the height of the keys. I don't like all that loud clicking noise. It drives me freaking crazy. This keyboard has been like the keyboard that I always keep, I always use. It has everything. The functions of it all work. It has the copy, paste, copy, cut app. You can program this to any app you want. You can close whatever app you want. It has back and forward. It has this type of mouse built into it. There's a function key right here. You got Word, Excel, PowerPoint, calculator, calendar, my computer, log off, back, forward, stop, WW. It has an email, favorites, refresh, search, power on and off, sleep mode. It has volume, forward, record, stop, pause. And then of course it has all your normal keys here. I've been attached to this keyboard because out of all the years that I've been computing, I have never found another keyboard that looked this cool and had all the functions that I wanted. So this is the reason why I haven't bought a keyboard in many years. It's just because of that reason. Like, I'm attached to this keyboard. I love the silver and the black together. The only thing I don't like is this purple. That's the only thing I don't like. So this is a ViewSonic. So if anybody, you know, has been in the computer business for a while, you know, ViewSonic used to be a huge part of everything, you know, like all the computer industry. This has been a huge part of, since I started computing. I remember when I first saw this, I went crazy. I literally paid only $20 for this keyboard, and it was one of the best finds I've ever had in my life. I just love it. Everything I need is here. So that's just, you know, I've always taken care of it. That's the reason why. So now I ordered this one. I've spent a combined total of probably about 5 to 6 hours trying to find another keyboard that filled my style, functionality, just all the keys in general. You know, I've typed in multi-function, multi-keyboard, gaming keyboard. I don't like mechanical keyboards, and I know that's the biggest rage now, but regardless of what's in, I don't follow it. I do what I want and how I want it. It's not easy, but you get used to it, you know? That just means you're doing something right. I checked for Logitech has some of the greatest keyboards, the nicest keyboards I've ever seen. Mad Catz had one with a screen and a whole bunch of like, but they were hard to find and extremely expensive when you find them. And to find a new one is almost impossible, and if I did find a new one based on what the used ones are going for, I can only imagine how much they would go for. I liked having a screen on it. I've always wanted a screen on my keyboard. Logitech had this one keyboard that had a full LED screen on that you literally could just like watch stuff if you really wanted to. I tried to get a hold of that keyboard, and the price of that keyboard was, I found them for $60, but they did not come with the wrist rests, like so basically they didn't come with this part here, which is what I really like. I like having this extension here for the keyboard. A lot of the people, I would message them and they told me they didn't have it. So what I did was I kept on searching. I put a search on eBay. I spent the whole week just waiting for the emails to come in, and not too many people posted them, and there was a lot of them that looked literally like they were deserted, like somebody just upgraded to a new keyboard and stuck it somewhere in a closet or on top of a shelf in a garage.
Full of crap. Like these gamers were literally eating Cheetos, man, while they were
playing slime everywhere, drooling cheese on.
It's freaking gross, man. And for 20 bucks, I would buy it and I would try to clean it myself. But literally, there was stuff stuck inside here. Like, you could see the junk inside the keyboard. That's how bad it was. So because of that, I was not gonna buy it. So I looked for new ones, right? And I found some that were in really good shape, but they were selling them for 100 bucks. A keyboard that came out about 10 years ago, I am not paying $100 for. As much as I wanted it, and it's not like it fulfilled everything, you know, like it had all the functions I wanted, but it didn't have them like the layouts weren't like how I like having the layout of the keys up top over here, right? So that's a huge part of like the functions that I like. I like being able to have the keys. I don't like having to push the function key to get to the things I want. I like having them all designated up here. I like having a volume control. You know, I prefer to have this part here with the web access and programmable button, but keyboards have changed. They've gotten much more simpler, like a lot simpler. Like literally they cut the numeric pad right off the keyboard in most of them. And this is the reason why I picked this key, because I personally picked a keyboard that was membrane. I don't like, so this is the reason why I picked up this keyboard, all right? I spent, like I said, a long time searching, and honestly, this was the only keyboard that I saw. And I'm not a fan of buying used keyboards. I will buy a used keyboard, I just prefer not to because it's kind of gross. Nice braided cable. I enjoy braided cables when it comes to like keyboards and mouses. So let's see what we got. What is this? So there's something here, and it says it's 3D printer supported, but I think that means you can print something out to attach to it. So it looks like the keys are all soft. It looks like this keyboard is completely software based. There is just, I can't figure out how to change the colors. It's very like, all the keyboards are so simple. I like the way it looks. Do I think it's worth $100? No, I do not think it's worth $100 at all. I do think it's cool, I just don't think it's worth, well, I didn't pay 100. It was 80 something I think it was, and with my $25 Best Buy points, I actually, so basically it cost me like 50 bucks. $55 with tax and everything. I don't know. Well, I'm gonna try it out and see. So that's I'll play around with it. I'll figure out if I like it or not. If not, I'll just return it. So I wanted to show you guys that. I was so excited when it came in. I'm like,
On, son.
so that was part of like my excitement when I came home from work.